So once you press on the launch button, this is going to launch the Spider IDE for us. So this is the icon for Spider IDE. So I'm going to click on this. You can see here, this is the GUI for Spider IDE. Usually this Spider IDE consists of 3 parts. So this part is called it as text editor, and this part is called it as variable explorer or as well as file explorer, where you can access the file from the file systems, or you can see the whatever the variable that has been stored in the program. We'll see within suitable example. And this section is nothing but IPython console. So in previous video session we have seen how to install IDLE. Okay, by default IDLE install, whenever you install Python for Windows operating system, by default you have IDLE. IDLE consists of 2 windows. One we have shell window and as well as editor window, right? In shell window, suppose if I open IDLE, okay, so usually this consists of 2 window. So this is nothing but the shell window. Shell window is suitable for only single line statement. In the same way, even this IPython console is suitable for single line statement. So this is going to produce the output for us. Means if you want to run any single line statement, you can use IPython console. Or if you want to run multi-line statement, what we have did in previous video session, we have opened one file, right? We have written many statements in the editor window. After that, we have saved this file, right? For an example, if I want to run print hello world, I'm going to say print. After that, I'm going to say hello world. Now I need to save this file. So previously we have seen this. We have saved this file in the desktop. After that, suppose if I say test123, test123. Now this has been saved the file name as test.123. After that, we were running the Python script, right? Whatever the output, even though if you run on the multi-line editor or text editor, we are getting the output on the shell window. In the same way, if you want to write multi-line statement, you can write in this section. So in this section, you can write multi-line statement. So right now it has been storing in the temp.py. So let me print hello world. Print. As soon as you open the braces, you can see here automatically by default it is closes the brackets, right? Now, so if I open one double quotes, by default it is giving the double quotes. Now this is the syntax for writing the anything in Python. So let me type hello world. So now I need to save the file. I'll go to the file. I'll click on the save icon. Now if in order to run any Python script in Spider IDE, there are many options above. There are many options in the above. You need to go for the run and click on run. So this will run the output on the IPython console. So whatever you write on the editor text editor, the output will appear on the IPython console. So as I told, you can write many multi-line statement here. So I'm going to copy this. Let me write multi-line statements, multiple statements. So after that, I need to save the file. Now either I can go for run option. Under that run, I can click, or you can click on this button. So this is going to execute the statements, and the output will appear on the IPython console. So this is same like the Python IDLE, but in Python IDLE there was a separate section, right? Separate window for shell window, separate window for editor, multi-line editor window. But here we have 3 sections. So we have talked about this window, and as well as we have talked about this window. Now we'll see what we mean by this window, right? Whenever we want to write any software, we need to declare many variables, right? So what do you mean by variable? We'll talk about in the upcoming section. For time being, I'm going to use a is equal to 5. So I'm going to save this file. You can see here in this file temp.py, there are 5 print statement and as well as one variable. Now after one variable, so as soon as I run this, you can see here it is printing 5 print statement. After that there is a variable called a is equal to 5, and it is telling what are the variables that have been used in your program. For an example, right now you can see here a is equal to, the name of the variable is a, the name of the variable is a, and type is integer, we will see y integer, and as well as size is 1, and as well as the value of a is also 5. For an example, what I will do, I am going to declare one more variable, b is equal to Bangalore, b is equal to Bangalore. Once after making the changes, make sure that you save the file. Once after making the saving the file, either go for the run option or click on run or F5, it is left to you. Okay. Now you can see here this is printing 5 hello world. As well, after that we have something called a is equal to 5, a is equal to 5, and after that we have something called b is equal to Bangalore. Now you can see the variable explorer where it contains 2 variables in this file, and it is going to list all the variable of this file, and as well as it will tell what is the value of respective variable, and you can see b is equal to Bangalore and its type is string. Anyway, we are going to talk what do you mean by data type in upcoming session, what do you mean by variables in upcoming session. This is just for the how the Spider IDE look like. Okay, I am telling how the Spider IDE is look like. And another use of this window is we call it as, this section is called it as 2 names. One is variable explorer, means you can see what are the variables that are used by the program. Next we have the file explorer. File explorer means from in this using this section you can browse the files and you can run all the Python program. For an example, let me create one file or let me load the file. So I am going to load the this usually saved on some section. So for an example, let me create new file. I am going to say new file. You can see here the author is, it is telling something Dell. I am going to say Manjunath. Okay. Here I am going to say print. As soon as I open the braces, you can see here it is by default automatically it is taking the starting and end parenthesis. Now as soon as I open the double quotes, you can see here by default it is placing me the cursor on the middle of the double quotes. Now I will say hello Bangalore, hello Bangalore. So right now I have not saved this file. By default it is taking .py as the file. You can see here by default it is taking .py as the file as an extension. Now let me save the file. I will click on save the file, and it is asking where to save the file. Let me load this file on the desktop. I am going to save this file as Bangalore. Okay. I am going to save as, click on save. Now you can see here the file has been saved as bangalore.py. Now suppose if I click run, you can see here arrow Bangalore. Now the same file is available on my desktop. Click edit with ideally, edit. You can see here even I have some comments. Okay. So we will see what I mean by comments in upcoming session. So this is how you can create the file in Spider IDE, and you can see you can even browse the other file also. For an example, test.py, which we have declared, which we have created in a few days back. Let me load this. As soon as I double click, so this will load the file. Even I can run all the Python files in Spider IDE. So to conclude about the Spider IDE consists of 3 sections. One we call it as text editor, second we call it as variable or file explorer, and third we call it as IPython console. So in text editor, what we are going to do, we can write the multi-line statements. In for variable editor, we can see what are the variables that used by the programs, or in the file explorer we can browse, and as well as we can load the files for our Python, for running the Python program. In IPython console, whatever the programs you are going to write either in the text editor or in the IPython console, the output will be appeared in the IPython console itself. So this IPython console is a single line statement. It's a single line statement like Python shell window ideally. Okay. So this is about the Spyder IDE. Next we'll see how to launch the Jupyter Notebook. So in order to launch this Jupyter Notebook, once again you need to go to the Anaconda Navigator. Okay. After that you need to just say launch, you need to just click on launch Jupyter Notebook. So let me launch Jupyter Notebook.